Aloha from Kilipohe, Keikani Loa. Little garden update. Starting up here on the hill. We still have some pineapples that are growing. You know, it's this is November 20th, so they're gonna go pretty slow. Finally took the grow bag off of this lime tree and mulched around it, so put some fertilizer and stuff in there. This orange tree still has a bag on it. It's really too close to this lime, so I think this winter, you know, the problem is it still has fruit on it, so I don't feel right about pulling it right away. So gonna let it go a little while longer and then dig it up and put it over in this area, which this is just freshly mulched and fertilized, but this is probably 2 or 3 feet deep in mulch right now. So, and all packed down. I packed it down with the tractor, so it's ready. The lemon tree got freshly mulched. More pineapples. And yeah, freshly mulched, and I got those rocks propping it up there to try to straighten it out. I didn't do a very good job on it and let it lean over, but I'm hoping that over time I can get it back up. And you know, I have problems with ants here, lots of ants and aphids and stuff. So, oh, and she's flowering in November. Excellent. So probably come up here with some garden spray and try to take care of the ants. Yep. Okay, that's up for up here. Let's go down and look at the kalo and the papayas. Okay, so now for the kalo and papayas, you can see, I mean, standing water here. It's been raining a lot. The ground is really super saturated, and anywhere we have a little low spot, it's just going too much. So lots of kalo. This is from a couple of months ago. The papaya trees, I'm not sure I'm going to show you those because really I don't keep up with them as well as I should. As a result, the papayas have been rotting, but I'll pull this one. This is about where you want them. Oh boy, this thing is really attached. Yeah, this species, this is about where you want the papayas to be ripeness wise. There's a lot of other much more ripe ones, but you can see there's some really nice kalo in here. I mean, these guys, these are really good. These are really good. Yeah, I don't know why this area is really doing great. This is our sort of mala. I think these ones in the front here, I just kind of planted them because, you know, I had all these hoolies and I just wanted some place to throw them in, so I did that. But this is going to be a little kalo field, so that's nice. All right, let's go look at some other stuff. Yeah, speaking of mud, you can see how muddy this is where I drive the van in and out, and it's just turning into a mud hole. I try to go over it with the mower or a little yard tractor to flatten it out, because even the big tractor with its super wide tires makes a big mess of it. Pineapple patch down here. I just planted 4 more pineapples from one we harvested. But it's funny, you know, these kalo in here, again, just kind of thrown in there for nothing, and they just don't seem to be doing very good. We had a lot of pineapples die from transplants. So, you know, when we reset this whole hillside, we pulled all the pineapple plants and stuffed in a bunch of mulch, and then replanted the pineapples with fertilizer and stuff. But yeah, didn't do so good. This pineapple actually looks pretty good. Yeah, getting pretty close. Potatoes, these are some russet potatoes that I just threw in here, and these are Okinawan sweet potatoes in a bag. More sweet potatoes in bags. And you can see these giant pineapple plants. You know, it's just hard to get the scale of them, but they are really big. These are all from up on the hill. Dwarf Tahitian lime, it seems to be doing a lot better with having its little pit removed. I really haven't seen much in the way of ants on it. It's still a little chlorotic in the leaves. I try to treat it with iron and CalMag. We still have yet to see a single fruit on this tree. Maybe a little bug or disease stuff going on there. If anybody knows what's going on with this tree, I'd love to hear about it. I just saw thrips running around. More calla over here. These are, you know, this is kind of just a place where you just throw calla to grow. These 6 plants I put in October, and I'm kind of hoping they'll turn into real plants. You know, it's almost noon now, and this bed is still really shaded. I did some work recently back in here. You can see how much more open this is. I cut back a lot of ivy and some of the autograph tree that was in there. Cut down a couple of palm trees. So I'm trying to get this tree line up here cut back so this first bed will get better sunlight, but I'm not. It's been raining so much, it's just really hard to make progress on that kind of stuff. Onions, these are the Scarlet Bandit, and they're doing pretty good. This got kind of dug up by a chicken, got past the electric fence and dug this up. Our little habanada peppers got plenty on there. This is all jicama, which looks really good, but you know, you don't want the green stuff. You want the root. A couple more jicamas here, and the ají dulce peppers. Lots of those guys. I took out one of the plants. There were 3 in here, and one of them kind of had a hard time. More onions in here. I think these are some kind of bulbing onions. Yeah. Onions and leeks. These leeks got destroyed by the chicken that got in here. And beets just not doing real good. I would like it if somebody would tell me why I can't grow beets. I mean, you can see in here, that's a beet plant, and it's just torn up. Put this papaya down. You know, is that slug damage or what? Maybe Chinese beetle. Get a lot of those. I took the poinsettia and put it up front. I'll have to go take a picture of that because it's just gorgeous. I'll put that at the end. And more crown flower. These are code trees that we got out of the Long's parking lot, and they're taking off. Haven't figured out where to put those yet. More crown flower, Holly's crown flower. This is a mamaki tea plant that somebody gave us, and it's finally recovered. It got destroyed by a snail that got on it. You can see what we're doing, trying to keep some of the rain out of the cars here. It's just raining so much. Volunteer zinnias. This is November. It's almost December, and we have zinnias in the garden. These are supposed to be cauliflower, which we don't really have much of. The eggplant is still producing. I just picked a bunch of basil here. More cucumbers. Just starting. More onions. Just going. The habanada. It's got a couple of fruits on it. These are more cauliflowers that aren't doing anything. Over here, I just pulled the last of the radishes from here. I have to clean that up. This is all broccoli. I'll give you a much better view of that when we go around. Some of these pepper plants are pretty old still. Lots of thrips damage. Just can't seem to get rid of those stupid things. Lots of other little damages. I don't know. These are jalapenos or habanadas or something. I don't know. Not habanadas, but what do you call it? Trick-U's. Trick-U jalapenos, I think. I think I planted any hot peppers. But yeah, there's a lot of them. Why so many? Who planned this garden? Oh. Yeah, in there. These are California Wonders, which are still trying to fruit. I mean, it's just not hot enough and bright enough for them, I think, right now in November. Okay, on to the broccolis. Look at those guys. That's a good size head. This one is the biggest one. We're going to take this for our Grateful Grinds party on Saturday. More onions. These Brussels sprouts? No, these are Brussels sprouts over here, which I've not really been doing much. No sprouting of Brussels at all. So I hit them with some nitrogen. We'll see if that gets them going. More broccoli. Broccolis. More eggplants. Some carrots that finally seem to be doing okay. More onions in here. I've been leaving this eggplant, I think, got chewed by a rat, so I just kind of keep it in there, thinking that maybe it'll keep attracting the eggplant or the rats. The tomatoes, I just picked a bunch of tomatoes, probably a pound of tomatoes of these little, what do you call them? Sweetheart tomatoes. There's 2 plants in here, and you know, there's a lot of disease, but they keep producing, so I'm not going to kill them. But kind of waiting. This banana plant here is doing really good. You know, when I planted it, it was a transplant from another one, and it kind of had, it looked like it had bunchy top. But there is no sign of bunchy top on it now. Really, it's got, you know, 1, 2 keikis coming up. This one I probably ought to pull because this is not going to fruit before this guy gets too big, but it's kind of late for that now. Our Samoan coconut tree, I just kind of treated it for ants. You can see the sooty mold on there from ants and aphids, but hopefully it'll get a little bit better. The compost pile over here, I trimmed back a kukui nut tree yesterday, and I didn't get it all chipped up. There's one branch that fell off the tractor. I didn't get in there, but yeah, I mean, this is big. This is probably 4 or 5 yards of compost in the making here. It'll be a lot of compost when it's done. In the little nursery here, we don't have much. Yeah, one tiny little rosemary. I still try for rosemary, but it's just so hard. A couple of peppers. You know, we went on vacation and all of this stuff got overwatered. So these are some kind of cherry pepper plants, but they finally gotten dried out and started to grow again. They were really overwatered while we were gone. Let's go take a look at the poinsettia. Yeah. One more stop at the crown flower here. Show you all our caterpillars. They just destroy this plant. I think they eat it so fast. There just is not time. Here's a chrysalis. There's not time for it to recover. So, you know, but now that we have more plants, I can kind of rotate which of the plants get destroyed. Pikake is just doing awesome. And strangely enough, the coffee flowered a couple of weeks ago. And so we're gonna have more coffee. You can see all the coffee beans down there that I didn't pick. But yeah, so I think I'll put one of those other crown flower in here. This is a purple crown flower, and it's doing a little better. Okay, as promised, the poinsettia plant. This was a little one somebody gave us, and I had it in the ground for a while, and it didn't do too well, but I pulled it out when we moved the lime tree bed, pulled it out of the ground, and decided to put it in this pot, and it has done so much better. It's just crazy. It's just gorgeous. So we put it out front for Christmas because it's a Christmas kind of tree. All right, that's it. Aloha.